Hi guys, it's Fred Gilland from Tradies Mastermind, and this is just a quick video to talk about one of the common problems that I hear from tradies when we talk about sorting out what they're doing so that they can get more clients, more money, more time, whatever. And when we talk about doing some training or changing the processes or procedures, they get the same common answer: sorry, but we don't have enough time. Well, the solution to that problem is then you need to do less work, because if all your time is taken up with the work you're doing, that's the only option available to you. Now, usually people think that if we do less work and I'm going to get paid less, then we're going to get into more strife. Well, that's not necessarily the case. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you a way that by just tweaking your numbers a little bit, you can actually achieve what you want to achieve, and that is that you get some of your time back and still earn the same income. So, and for that I'm going to use a couple of basic examples. So what I'm going to do is we're going to talk about if you don't have enough time, then the solution, as I said, is you need to do less work. And one way of doing that is to sack some of your current clients. Now, when people talk about sacking clients, I think they're going to lose more money, but one way to achieve it is that we look at increasing your prices, and that compensates for some of the clients you're going to lose. So I'm going to ask you a very simple question: that if you increase your prices by 10%, how many of your current clients do you believe you could afford to lose and maintain the same net profit? So in other words, if you're earning whatever it might be, whether it's 10 grand a month or 10 grand every fortnight or whatever, how many clients do you think you would lose if you increase your prices by 10%? So just keep that number in mind, because, and while I explain as we go, but let's say that you have 100 clients or jobs and they all pay you on average $1,000 each with a profit margin of 10%. After all your expenses and everything else is taken into account. The 10% is not a big margin, but I'm just going to use that as a conservative number so that we can use some, average type figures. It means that you're going to get a net income of about 10K out of that. So 10%, 100 clients by $1,000 each is $100,000. 10% of that is 10K. So we're just using round numbers so that we can actually get some real insight into what's happening. So we've got 10K of an income, and that's after all expenses. If we increase the prices by 10% to $1,100, that's a 20% margin, and it gives us, so it means that one client's going to give us $200 profit, and 100 clients is going to give us 20K. Now, in order to earn the same income that we spoke about before of 10K, or $10,000, you only need to retain 50 clients. So do you really think that you're going to lose 50% of your client base by putting your prices up by just a mere 10%? Well, I don't believe that would be the case. So you can certainly, think about it, have a serious think about it. But what I've done is I've actually created a spreadsheet so you can plug in your own numbers and then work out a number that's comfortable with you to increase your prices by. But you'd be amazed by a small tweak, and increasing your prices by the smallest amount will give you the opportunity to get some of your time back by doing less work and accepting less jobs. Or if you wish, you'd actually increase your profit and still do the same amount of work. So let's have a look at those, and the spreadsheet will be available to you. Just send me an email at fred@tradiesmastermind.com, and I'll send you a link to the spreadsheet so that you can plug in your own numbers. So here's the spreadsheet. So what I've done is we've actually said and kept this standard so you can play with these on the spreadsheet. We've said we've got 100 clients. The average cost per sale is $1,000. Our cost of all, including all expenses, is $900. That gives us a 10% margin, and it get over the number of clients and the amount gives us $10,000. If we increase the average sale by just $50 here, so we plug that in, we push the profit up to 10.5%, and we've got 15 grand. Now, I'll go and open the spreadsheet live in a moment and just show you exactly what happens when we start playing with these numbers to get it back down to 15, and in some cases we've gone up by 10% here, which is, it works out at an 11% margin, but we've increased we've actually increased the sale by 10% to 1,100, gives us a 11% margin and a 20% net profit after our $900 expenses. So you can see that these numbers actually compute really well. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to open up the spreadsheet itself and show you what happens when we plug in some real numbers to normal. So this is what you were looking at before. Now what we're actually saying here is that all I've done here is I've put in the formula of I want to increase the average sale price. Now you can plug your average sale prices in here as a standard, so this line and the number of clients you have, what your average cost is, so you'll get a true profit margin here, and your gross sales, total cost, and your net profit at the end. So you should plug your real figures in here into the spreadsheet. And for this exercise, we're actually just going to use here. So right now, if I look at we've increased our cost by $50 here and $100 here. I don't think too many people would arc up if you were charging $1,100 instead of $1,000, and probably wouldn't notice the difference. The $50 certainly wouldn't really notice the difference if you're giving a quote for $1,000 and there's $1,050. But the difference here is that if to get the same income of $10,000, if we go in here and let's say that we reduce the number of clients by 20, and let's see what happens. So I'm putting in 80 clients in here, and suddenly we've got $12,000 income. So we're doing 20 less jobs in that period, whatever the period is, and we're getting $2,000 extra. I know that the figure doesn't quite go down to 60, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in 70, right? So we do 70, we're still a little bit over the 10,000 that we're looking for, and we've got $500 above it, and we've dropped 30% of our client base. So have a serious think about that. What we've done is we've increased our average cost of a job from $1,000 to $1,050, and we can afford to lose 30% of our client base. So that's the food for thought. That's really what I wanted you to think about, of how you can get your time back. Because if you're doing 30 less jobs in a month or 2 months or 3 months, whatever it might be, that's got to give you some serious time back to have a look at your business and then work out a way of being able to deliver to your 100 clients, to your extra 30 clients, which really means that you might have an opportunity to put another van on, or another individual, or an apprentice, or whatever it might be, so that you get work done quicker and you can actually do more jobs, and still at the same increase average in price of $1,050. So we'll put that back to what it was before. We're back to the 100 clients, and you can see suddenly we're earning 50% more than what we were earning before. If you up it by 10%, you'll earn 100% more in profit than what you were earning before. So have a think about these numbers. If you'd like to discuss anything further, then just send me an email, and include in the email that you want to copy the spreadsheet, and we can have a chat, and the phone number is on the website. I'm easy to get in contact with, and happy to have an obligation-free, no charge consultation to help you grow your business, get more clients, get more profits, and more importantly, get some of your time back. Take care, have a great day.